So what's up, five fans? I hope you are doing well. So first of all, welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Before getting started, be sure to give a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe. So the topic of today's video is Joe Rogan and Mike Tyson discusses about the religion, and Mike Tyson tells Joe Rogan about Islam and the only one God, Allah. So let's get this video started without wasting any time. In 1992, Mike Tyson was convicted of rape and sentenced to 6 years in prison, plus another 4 years of probation. Tyson was released 3 years after his sentencing, but was said to have converted to Islam during his time behind the bars. There are conflicting reports about the name he adopted around the time, which is rumored to be either Malik Abdul Aziz or Malik Shahbaz. In a January 2021 discussion on Hotbox'in podcast with Mike Tyson, he explained how he had been drawn to Islam and studied the religion before he adopted it into his own life. So, the podcast of Mike Tyson with Joe Rogan, Hotbox'in podcast, has been released on the YouTube channel. In this podcast, Mike Tyson also tells Joe Rogan about Islam and religion. They both discusses about the different religions, and Mike Tyson also tells Joe Rogan that I'm a Muslim, and he also tells about the Islamic values. So anyways, we will see what Joe Rogan and Mike Tyson discusses about the religions. So let's see.
Like an upside to it. I wonder if all this extra sensitivity is going to make people more conscious about what their words mean to other people.
No, listen,
You know,
no, it's not going to do that.
You don't think so?
No,
There's
it's
not no upside at
There'll
all.
always be somebody to say, "F them."
Right.
What about me? I got my feeling. I'm a human being too.
That's true. It does get to a point where like people want to be, they want to have felt bad about something someone said. They want to be upset. Like it's recreational outrage for some people.
Like people are too woke.
Yeah, it's just like
What's that
it's
woke
just-
stuff? I heard
They're
about that.
trying so
Tell me
hard.
what woke means.
It's like
It's complicated. It means
What's
good.
the
Some people think it means
abbreviation.
good
What's the
things.
abbreviation mean?
it's essentially like being enlightened and
Be
like
awake.
yeah, be awake to
Wake up.
something that's
All
bigger.
the bullshit.
That's bigger. That's
Yeah.
bigger than yourself.
Then
type
what should we
thing.
know? That what's bigger than us? God.
God.
After that, what's bigger than us?
Well, that's what a lot of people believe the problem is that a lot of people don't have God, and they substitute God for other things that mimic the same kind of control religion has, and ideologies are one of those things.
Listen, I'm a Muslim, right? So my daughter said, God, Jesus said we were gods, but we can die like normal kings and princes. I said, yeah, but get fucking no. I said, look it up, because I'm always doing. I'm always confrontational with my daughter. I said, look it up, show me it. Then where is it? I mean, and she's looking through the Bible. She's looking. I said, you can't find it, can you? And she said, just wait. And then she finds it. Jesus said, we all are gods, but we could fall just like any king or prince once we're hit. We're gonna die. We're living. So we're demigods, pretty much. Jesus said, we're gods just with flaws. And so since you know you have flaws, our only flaw is dying, truly. So we know we could be allowed to be forgiven for everything we did, but we can't be forgiven for dying. We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
And what do you think happens when we die? We're like trees, like when the plants die, and then the summertime comes, they come back to life, they blossom again. Is that what human beings do, you think?
What's fascinating about the
How do
Bible
you know
is
what
that
makes
stuff.
you think that doesn't happen?
Nobody knows,
No one
right?
knows. No one knows. I know
But
there's God though. I know there's
Yeah, but
God.
I feel like, that's what we're like plants. We're dead. Now it's time for, we die and God creates. Whatever you do, God's going to create. You play football, He's going to create.
Mhm.
You lose games, He's going to create. You win championships, He's going to create. Whatever happens, God is creating.
The wild thing about the Bible is that it's thousands of years old and people are still reading it.
In majority of religions, like you said, you're Muslim, right? There's always one entity, right, that you want to worship and give your all to
Yeah.
and devote yourself to. So I think it's interesting because essentially God's in everything, kind of, right? Does that make sense? It's just in different forms, different religions, and different.
Every religion has some kind of God,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Except for weird ones. there's probably a few made up ones. that
Yeah,
don't
well,
have a
listen.
God.
So that's what you get from today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. I will catch you guys in the next video with a new and amazing content. So take care of yourself.